All right, so here's something very important that you should know. The truth is that everything that you do in your life basically creates you. So the lifestyle that you're living is creating the person that you are, and not just the person that you are, but the way you look, the way you feel, how you think. And this is all formed by your daily habits. Because obviously we all live very repetitive lives, for most of us at least. You go to your daily job, you go, your commute is usually the same, what you eat is usually the same, the people that you talk to are usually the same, and your like daily habits are usually the same. So basically by doing those things you're creating a certain type of character, right? So let's say a person who wakes up like, I don't know, 8 o'clock, has a coffee, goes to the office, works until 5, comes home, watches movies. Like that person, obviously he's creating a character which will most likely end up depressed, most likely end up not really satisfied, and kind of unaware of his life, and his life is probably not going to be like happy or joyous. And then let's say the other guy, the guy, for example, who gets up at like 6 in the morning. I mean, it doesn't really matter what time you wake up, but he wakes up early. He goes to the gym, or maybe he goes rides a bike. And then yes, maybe he also works at the office, but he works maybe, let's say, at like a company that he really likes, maybe like a tech startup, right? And to get to work, he takes the bike, so right there's a beautiful habit that he does every day. He's exercising every morning. So that's something that is gonna, make him healthier, make him more fit, and just make him feel happier. Because when you're riding a bike, you see everything, and especially during the summertime or the spring, everything is so beautiful. So that's like a joyous activity. And then he goes to work, he meets people that maybe he likes working with because they're working on something passionate. So he's like developing a passion. And then he comes home, he doesn't watch fucking movies. If he watches something, he maybe watches like a documentary to learn something, or something interesting, rather than watching like some shitty Netflix show. So he's educating his mind, or maybe he's reading, when he comes back home, and he's eating good food. He's fueling his body with like stuff that maybe he cooks on a daily basis. Maybe he prepares his food, but he has a good habit because obviously he's cooking for himself. He's saving money by doing that. He's learning different things by doing that. And yeah, on his free days, he goes somewhere nice. He maybe travels, he visits new places, he has new experiences, rather than the guy who is, kind of exhausted and depressed. And because of that, he's gonna do more. He's gonna kind of, he's gonna tend to do things that are, I guess, more on the distraction side, more on the pleasure side, which is like watching television, watching movies, or even watching pornography, right? So that all those habit leads to like those really negative behaviors. So think about that concept of like, how your day goes, or what your daily habits are basically creating a certain character. So think of this as kind of a game, and you're going to be doing those things probably every day. So why not make like micro adjustments? For example, instead of taking the car to work, if your work is not too far, you can ride your bike every day. So that gives you a form of exercise and a form of happiness. And at work, I mean, you can quit your job and find something that you actually like doing. Maybe you will get a pay cut, but I'm on the side of doing things that you're passionate about. And then instead of like spending time on distractions and shitty movies and things that don't really teach you anything, watch something that's useful, something that's informative. Also during your day, there's like little things that you could do. For example, if you're getting a coffee at the coffee shop, right? Instead of just standing there and waiting for the coffee, try to have a conversation. Try to spark up a little conversation by saying, "How are you? How's your day?" Ask about the coffee. Ask about what the person is wearing. So this way you're actually developing your social skills. And these are like micro habits, within the big picture of your day. And these things have a huge effect over the long run. if you do that every single day, eventually you're going to become a very social person, and you're not going to be afraid of starting conversation and doing that type of stuff. So think about that, because how you live your daily life really creates the person that you are. Just had this in my head, wanted to share it. I'm sorry that I'm naked, but it's so warm now. So take off the shirt, guys. Take off the shirt.